Welcome to DAS005.com, sponsored by Emico and by Pyramid Media. My name is Eames Demetrius and I'm the proprietor of DAS Film Fest, and you're probably wondering what we're doing in this construction site. And that's because this is the future site of the Eames office. The Eames office was started by Charles and Ray Eames, who are my grandparents, and one of my professional hats is taking care of their body of work, and we'll be doing that out of this space in the very